Have you ever felt like you were meant for a lot more than you're currently experiencing right now, but you don't know how to step into it? It's like you're pouring into people, constantly showing up for them, whilst you're left running on empty, and you don't know the way out, you don't know how to come out of it, because that used to be me too. Hi, I'm Victory, but you can call me V. See, I didn't always feel like the woman I knew that God had created me to be. There was this deep yearning within my heart, within my soul, that just knew that there had got to be more. But you know what? I was so stuck and I didn't know how to move forward. I had mastered this facade of wearing a big smile on my face, laughing and being all this bubbly girl that most people knew me to be. But deep down, honestly, I was just exhausted. I was sick and I was tired. You see, I felt like I had to keep it together. Like I could not afford to breathe. I could not afford to break down, because I also wanted to give my younger ones hope. I also wanted them to know that they can overcome whatever challenges that life brought to them. So as the first daughter, I just had to go on. I just had to keep moving. So despite how I felt, I had to have this big smile and this big laughter on my face, because I can't afford to see them think that they can't do it. I got to a point where I was just tired. I was drained and I've just had about enough. I was just tired of pretending, of performing and putting up this facade, putting up this mask so that people don't really know what's actually going on. I even got to the point where I thought, will I ever be enough? Will I ever be enough to be loved? Will I ever be enough to be chosen? Heck, will I ever be enough to do what God was calling me to do? Do what God has been talking in my heart for years to do. Am I ever good enough? If you've ever felt like that, or even remotely anything close to what I've said so far, I want you to know, my darling, I see you, and I promise you, you are not alone. I remember one night, I broke down in tears. I broke down on my bedroom floor, and I had all these tissues in my hand because I had been crying and my eyes were swollen. Because I just got tired. I got tired of carrying it all, and I told God I didn't want to just survive anymore. I didn't want to just go through life like an ordinary person. I wanted Him to use me deeply, but I needed help. And I needed Him to help me. You see, I told God, He promised me an abundant life. So I wanted that abundant life that He promised me as a daughter, as a child of God. I got to the point in my life that I was tired. I was just so sick and tired of living on eggshells. I didn't know if my next move was going to be the end of me, so I was desperate and I cried out to God for help. I remember crying so much deep in my heart that I literally lost my appetite, because for me, if God couldn't use me, what is the point of me being on earth? And I believe that was the very day that was going to kickstart an amazing journey that God was going to take me on. This wasn't just about my personal healing journey, where God had to get rid of all the nastiness that was clogging up my heart and all my emotions because of the way that life had really battled with me, even though that was part of it. But this journey gave birth to something so much bigger. As God will have it, God brought into my life an amazing prophet, an amazing servant of God, who confirmed the things that had been tugging in my heart for many years, the things that God has been speaking to me about. He confirmed it in a place of prayer and in the place of prophetic words. And this is about God telling me to start a ministry, to start a space where I would get to mentor women, because life had battled with a lot of women left, right and center, and to be honest, this is the genesis of Dymund Lyfe, and I am so proud and I'm so grateful to God for the journey so far. Dymund Lyfe was created because I saw so many young women navigating life in confusion like I once did. Too many women were living beneath the women that God created them to be. They were living beneath their potential. Although they were saved, they believed in Jesus Christ, in his power, in his resurrection, but they didn't believe in themselves. And for me, that was a very great error that just needed to be corrected. So many women, young and young at heart, who have had life beat them down in many ways than one. Although they looked polished on the outside, but inside they were fractured and they were powerless. And I knew that if God could change my story, if God could transform my life and bring me healing, God can also do the same for them and a lot more. If anything I've said so far resonates with you, then I'd like to invite you to take the next appropriate step. Browse around the website and see what I have to offer. Whether that's you binge watching my YouTube videos, reading some of the blog articles, signing up for your freebie, or purchasing any of our digital products. Either way, I'm happy to have you here in Dymund Lyfe. If you feel though that you need a little bit more support in a form of like-minded individuals, like-minded women, then I would like to invite you to join us at Queens of Virtue. But whatever you do, make sure you don't let another year pass you by and you still stay stuck in the same place, because my darling, that is a very big error. My darling, you are not too broken like you think you are. You are not too much like you think you are. You are not too late like the world is making you feel. As a matter of fact, you are just in your becoming season, and it will be my greatest honor to walk side by side with you in your journey. So let me officially welcome you to Dymund Lyfe. Dymund Lyfe is a place where we focus on our healing. We heal completely and we leave no stone unturned. It is a place where we rise up with confidence and boldness so that we can make an impact and reign in our generations, and one that will transcend to our unborn generations as well, with Christ at the center of it all. Baby girl, your story is not yet over. As a matter of fact, it's only just getting really good, and I am so excited and cannot wait to walk this journey side by side with you. I am looking forward to connecting with you on a deeper level very soon.